So one of the things that I wanted to make a video on is whenever the Care Now or the quick entrance you can make at the clinic offices they have. I think it's called Care Now, and then the other one I went to. One of them I called to tell me that my blood samples were really bad. Everything was good other than cholesterol. It says cholesterol was at it's like somebody that's really obese. Said, and they weren't necessarily, there wasn't the doctor, it was like the front desk person. And I said, really? I said, I don't eat any meat, I eat nothing but vegetables. I said, I do a lot of smoking. Other than that, I drink water, I hardly drink any soda at all for years. And but I wanted to make a video on this because the person said, yeah, you probably just want to stay away from red meats, and like said it in an aggressive way. And I thought, well, they know that they know all the network of people that I hang out with, who I know, and Eric Quintero, or DJ Biggie Soul, or DJ Taro now, is playing at Cheap Steaks, and I thought, I think this lady was like threatening me not to go over there or some shit. He's a DJ. I've DJed with him thousands of times. Known him since I was a teenager, since I was like 14 or 15 years old. And I don't know, they probably know because they already know the premeditated actions that I'm going to take. Like whether I'm going to go to a certain restaurant or I'm going to go to somewhere. They always know because of my notepad. They have me tied down, fucking locked down. Which I'm probably going to go watch his DJ set, see what the people there are like. Obviously I won't eat anything. May have a drink, but I haven't had a drink of alcohol in over a year. A single drop of alcohol. And, but it's things like that that people tell me that when they use the personal information to then start insinuating these things, and that's what they're trying to do. Anyway, I might not. But like I said, everything that I do in this room, someone's coming in, taking pictures, watching what I'm doing, because as you can see, I have all these other projects that I'm, little model artifact stuff that I send to friends that I grew up with to hopefully come in contact with them to let me, not to forget about me, and that, some of the things that are going on, I'm not crazy and making things up, because I knew a lot of these friends. Some of them are gay. I was very close with them, very, very good friends, and had good company with them. But when you have as many people as hate a person as much as they hate me, you will never have good conversations with people, ever. Because they will always put that on the topic of everything, and they'll always put that on everything to make it just that much more worse. They're doing everything they can to have as many people turn against me and harm me in any possible way and just keep me confined to what their specific orders. They're narrowing every freedom that I possibly have as a human being as they possibly can to mentally and emotionally control me. On top of them using some sort of electronic device that they're turning on, and just control, and it's fucking crazy. I don't know really what to think of this circumstances, because this has been going on for so long, and I've tried to fix it. I've gone to lawyers and they've stolen money from me. I've tried to go in hiding using cell phones from purchasing from Walmart, and they're tapping my phones. They follow me on the buses, everywhere, to prevent any freedom or any legal right I have for myself to protect it or defend myself in any kind of way. But I thought I'd make a video on this. Everywhere I go, I try to be as polite as I can. Never try to start any problems, ever. Anytime anything gets hostile, I think, I get up and leave. Whether it's food, movie, mall, I get up and leave. Bus, mall, grocery store, gas, anywhere. But it's fucking wild. They're bringing so many personal notations, notes of what the things that antagonize me about with Julian's identical twin, which I saw in Las Vegas. I'm very terrified for my mother because there is no way that her twins can have any good mental state on my mother's well-being, because there's so much money that's been stolen, so much bad that has happened that wasn't any of my fault. And the truth was is that I was the hero the whole time, and I was the protector, I was the informer, I was all these beautiful things, and they want to turn it as much as they can against me because they want to feel sorry for the monster. And it's just pick and choose who you want to make a hero and turn everything against me. And this has to do with my father's wealth that he had, that was home and cash valued over $175,000. And there were just 3 kids and my mother that were in that house, and everyone parasitically came after that money. Everyone. So any defense that I try to have, all these homosexuals and all these invaders start showing up, is because they know they have my mother basically in like a fucking nursing home, and her twins are trying to represent her. So then they're backfiring to see what they can get away with. So like I said, I really don't know what to do with these circumstances, but it's not good at all. I haven't seen my mother but one time since I was 20 years old, and her twins have been posing as her the entire time. It is not all their fault. It is the psychologist. It is someone that is doing this to get away with the rapes that they had done and the horrors that they done. The fact that I got raped by a transgender at 28 years old, and I'm an ex-cancer patient. I've taken HIV tests before, at least 4 or 5 times, every and all sexual transmitted diseases, and it came up clean. I'm having random strangers and other people over the phone telling me, no, you're infected, like not almost blatantly telling me this. And it's not me going crazy or anything, but one thing is always consistent, that is one of the most frightening things of my visual environment. There's not any heterosexual females at all. Like, what happened to the dentist people, to the clinical staff people? Don't they have to have jobs? There's a lot of young girls out there, a lot of girls in their 20s, a lot of older people in their 30s that graduated or got an associate's degree or need a job or just making a living, and they're nowhere in sight. It's like they all grab them and move them to a different city or town, or at least in my environment, but there's no heterosexual females at all that being placed in my environment. Every guttering thing that they can do to talk about my biological father, my father who raised me, Michaela, it's just unbelievable. And this is all because they're, like, I'm not kidding you, the attention is because I met Michael Jackson himself and his family, and that's their fucking god and leader. I'm not kidding you. 2 weeks ago, I was walking down the street after getting some taco bean burritos at Taco Cabana, and there's a guy that looks a little bit like Michael Jackson, behaves like him, walking down the street and pointing the finger at me, going like this with his shoulders really up, like, and it was like these people think that they are Michael Jackson and that they're getting personal orders from him. The same, like, people are coming around me, and when I speak to them over the phone, that Barack Obama and the president is giving them direct orders to do this to me. Like, almost in military, like speaking to me in military formed language, that they're getting the orders personally sent to them to come harm me, and they can do whatever the fuck they want because I'm the enemy. It's fucking so fucking hatred from these people is so fucking crazy. But I wanted to make this video because there's so much stuff that's going on, but I'm doing the best to survive and stay positive. And I'm just trying to go finish my last 2 tests I have to take for the GED. I'm calling the school. They're not allowing me to speak to fucking an agent, customer service, and now I'm going to have to go on Monday or Tuesday in person to try to go and not register for a class, but register to take the test, and then eventually register for a class for math. So math is the only course that I have to take, so or to study for. But like I said, it is they're making it very difficult for me to take care of myself and do better for myself. Impossible. I mean, it's very difficult. They're walking out of the fucking stores or walking out of the fucking college campus when I went there, like in, there he is, we gotta go antagonize him, there he is, like, and there's not a single heterosexual female. Like, where do they go? They just fucking disappeared. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, people have to have normal jobs and pay their bills and pay whatever to support their families. There's no heterosexual females. Where did they go? What happened to them? What's going on here? Like, it's fucking terrible. It's like a fucking ghost town, or it's like a fucking. It very much almost seems like a scary movie that somebody could order that many heterosexual females completely extracted. I haven't seen two heterosexual females together in one environment, and I want to say I think in like 4 or 5 years or some shit, they extract all heterosexual females, all of them, every single one of them, and it's just full blown public enemy. They have me as a public enemy. Doesn't change. He's ruining Michael Jackson's career. He's for the gay movement of Ken Cooper and Sarah Cooper, DJ Kino, 97.9 The Beat. He's the homosexual, transgender movement. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Like, how much I tried to avoid it, it's not. None of it's working. But I thought I'd make a video. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm doing the best that I can.